Boy Math is having a gorgeous girl on his hand that is totally out of his league, that she gets attention from other males, but doesn't give into it because she is a queen and she respects her man. But just because she gets attention from other males, he feels like he needs to get attention from other girls, so he goes out of his way to cheat on his girlfriend, his beautiful, perfect girlfriend who has done nothing but respect him, with bottle service girls and prostitutes and people from just on the side of the street. Which causes her anxiety, which makes her feel like she isn't good enough for him. So then she keeps trying and trying and trying more and more and more to be better for this man who literally is just going out of his way to get attention because you're too pretty. Because you were too good for him. And 1 + 1 = 2, right?
This is just a case of women having main character syndrome and not understanding the rules that when you're with an exceptional man that you just tried to demean literally and call a woman and saying that this woman that you described in your little story that you made up is above him and out of his league is absolutely ludicrous and ridiculous, because women only go for men that are higher than them. They always use their hypergamous nature and it outrules everything. So you're just trying to demean this man. If you're alpha widowed and you're crying about it, just say so. We understand it. But what you don't understand is if you get one of these guys, even like look one of these guys square in the eyes and he gives you a shot, you got to understand you got to compete for him because other women want him, and he can replace you way faster than you can replace him. That is the point. So you're always going to probably have his heart if you're competing, but you're never going to have his dick.
I don't know why people are so afraid of like their man or like ex moving on, because it's like y'all broke up probably because you eventually saw the loser in him. And a lot of guys who constantly jump from women to women, relationship to relationship, they're doing that because the new girl doesn't see the loser in them yet. So as soon as the new girl starts to see the loser in him and the validation from her is dying down because there ain't shit to compliment about, like you're just a bum, he has to go to someone else to get that validation, and he puts on a front. So he feeds off the energy of the compliments, gets his confidence up, until eventually that girl is gonna see the loser in him too. Like for me, like if me and an ex broke up, like there was a reason why. Like people don't just break up. Like y'all know how hard it is to get out of attachments and get out of relationships. So if we reach the point where like we really can't stand each other, like there's probably a reason. And for me, the majority of the time it's because the dude was a bum or a loser or just like a weirdo. So that's why I never care, and that's why I never diss the new girl, and that's why I don't even take it personally when the new girl is like flexing that she has like my man or whatever. Because babe, like I was that girl too. I felt like the shit because he's probably triangulating everybody, and then eventually she's gonna feel so dumb for flexing her man online when he's a bum ass loser. So don't pay no mind to when a man moves on from you, because they're gonna see the loser in him. Like they don't change. Like don't believe, oh, the dream girl. They will only change if they feel like it, like if they actually put in the work. But most of the time they won't, especially if they're older. Have fun.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you guys. I don't know if you noticed this, but what she is just saying in a nutshell pretty much is, I'm upset because I got pretty much passed around by bums. So you let bums pass you around and then send you back to the street. So actually, if you think about it, guys, if you think critically for a second, and let's use our male logic real quick, our men tuition, we can actually think about it for a second and notice that she's the actual bum, because people keep kicking her out. Or if she's leaving guys and jumping from guy to guy, she's running out of oxytocin. She's no longer able to pair bond. And what do men get in relationships typically for? Sexual access. It's to lock it down. And like she said, well, they're going to be putting you in this triangular angle where he's having this girl, this girl, this girl. You guys are just getting passed around by a bunch of bums.
I'm wanting to date. Yeah. It's limited resources out there, right?
And here's a short list, guys, of the dudes that just smashed and end up dashing on her.
If you feel like a man is ignoring you, it's because you don't have a life, darling. And they do. Time to get alive. Men are not like women unless they are very insecure. Men don't need a lot of attention and presence to feel like they're loved. Okay? They don't need you to be all up under them all the time. They don't need you to know where they are every second of the day. They don't need to be in communication with you 24/7. Okay? That's not what men do. But some strange reason, women feel like they're supposed to be attached at the hip, at the phone, in the mind, and be one person. As soon as they go on date 2 or 3. And that's where y'all mess it up.
Okay, she says that, but this is the difference between her perspective and what a male perspective is.
Regardless of women's socioeconomic status, her background, racial, parent upbringing, etc., I've come to find that there is a very difficult time with them understanding a male's perspective and making logically sound arguments in a logically sound world. They typically tend to look at the world through an emotional lens, which a lot of times doesn't serve them well, which is why I genuinely believe that if a woman doesn't have a strong dad, a strong brother, or some kind of masculine figure to let her know how the fuck the world really works, she's gonna be lost. Because you guys are headed for destruction without instruction from. I genuinely believe they need male leadership, and if they don't, it's just a matter of time until they fuck up.
And then you wonder why you become single moms.
Yep.
Oh shit.
You let him
Hey man, don't you Hey man, I'll tell you I'm just saying.
And these women wonder why they end up single moms, you know, or single in general, and nobody wants to deal with them because they take terrible advice from Sad Seven, who doesn't understand anything about men. Yeah, she can probably exploit a couple pay pigs and simps, but the thing is, she's gonna probably have you out in the street tricking for simps, tricking for pay pigs, like she's doing with her pay pig James. You get what I'm saying? And dangling the box. Do you want to go out like that? No. She's setting you up for failure because women do not want that by nature. They want to lock down a man that they truly love, admire, and respect, take his last name, have his children, and live happily ever after with that guy. The guy, his situation is totally different. But women, this is dog shit advice. And this is the different perspectives that they don't want to challenge and they don't want to speak to. And that's why people like me are here.
Why do women friend zone guys who would make them wives for guys who made them single moms?
I feel like sometimes it's really like the guys that'll make you a wife, women, they don't want to like change who they are. So they say they want to be a wife, but they're not ready to really play the wife role or whatever. So I feel like that's really what it was.
I feel like some women know what they want with the wrong men, if that makes sense, because a lot of y'all want babies, cars, houses, with the guy that just doesn't want that. Like, if he says no, it's no.
I think what that last girl was saying was women know what they want, but they choose it in the wrong men, meaning they go off of who they are aroused and attracted to, which are typically the bad guys. But the guys that are safe, the guys that are really good for them, that would be perfect and excellent for family. Women don't want those guys because they don't give them the roller coaster effect, the up and down, the emotions, the fun, the thrill. Women want to have fun. And I think, you know, that was the name of the song. Girls just want to have fun. It's true. It's actually a true statement. So that's what it is. And then women typically, when they get knocked up and that guy leaves them, they're all mad at men. But it's like, well, you had the safe guy, but you chose the bad boy. So, you know, you made your bed, now sleep in it.